What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and I have a replay for y'all. I am in 5th place, not doing that great, but it is what it is. So, oh shit, coughing. When you smoke a lot of weed, like me, it happens. Oh shit. Alright. Stay high. Haven't been doing that great, to be honest. I played against this douchebag named Salty. He can kiss the tip. I'm not doing that replay. He got me. He sacked the fuck out of me. I will do one against Shoesattack. So let's see what happened versus me and Shoesattack. So I throw paper, he throws rocks. So I get him right away. Must be nice. Pretty okay. I get to go first. I open Solemn, Deco, Grace, Jar of Greed, Spy, and Thunder Dragon. Pretty nice start here, but he's got Night Assailant, Grace, Sangin, Thunder Dragon, and Chaos Sword. So he's got pretty much just as good as start. When you start with Graceful and Thunder Dragon, you already know what time it is. It's just one Thunder Dragon, one Graceful. It's on. So I fire the Graceful. I draw into Knock, Faith, and Pot. I discard both the Thunder Dragons. I fire the Pot into Chaos Sword and Spare Reaper. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I decide to set Jar of Greed, set Solemn, and set Spy, and pass. He draws into a Pot of Greed, so he's got everything just like me. So, what goes around comes around. So he throws his Thunder Dragon out. And he fires the Graceful first, which is a misplay. You always fire the Pot of Greed first, because you want to draw into another flip effect for your Night Assailant right here. So that was pretty dumb, but hey. So I instantly Solemn Judgment the Graceful because I know he has Thunder Dragons. He draws into a knock in the meta. He knocks my Spy, which is fine. That's cool with me. Didn't get my Faith at least. And so he's already misplayed. You definitely fire the Pot before the Graceful all day. So let's see what he's going to do now. He doesn't have a play. All he can do is either summon Sangin or set Sangin or set Night Assailant. So he decides to run the Sangin out and hit me for 1,000. So now I'm at 3k. And he passes. I draw into Tsukiyomi. So I decide to Jar of Greed, and I Jar of Greed into a Solemn, which is a pretty good draw. I decide to just run the Tsukiyomi out, put it face down, and I knock. Getting rid of his Sangin. So, and I poke him for 11, set Solemn Judgment, and pass. He draws into a Deco. He sets the Deco and passes. I draw into a Tribe. I decide to set my Faith and pass. He draws into an Ashura Priest here, so he's on like Go Control, Chaos Control, some crazy shit. He flips the Deco. I say, okay, that's fine. He draws into another Chaos Orc. So now he tributes the Deco for Thunder Dragon. I say, okay, that's fine. And then he goes for the meta play here. So now I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to Solemn that. You got BLS, you got BLS. It's the way you got to live. So I Solemn it. I'm at 1,500 now. And he decides to banish Dark and Light. At this point, I'm thinking it's BLS and it's over. But nope, it is a Chaos Orc. So he attacks into my Faith. And I grab Graceful Charity. And he just passes. I draw into another Solemn Judgment, so that's pretty nice. So I fire the Graceful, I draw into Wing Blast, Duo, and Sangin. So I discard the Sinister and discard the Sangin. I banish a Dark, banish a Light. I should have definitely Duo first here, so I misplayed as well, but it was alright. Doesn't really matter in this situation. So I fire the Duo on him. Should have definitely duoed first, but it is what it is. So I roll, and then he shuffles his hand, so whatever, that's fine. I pick the Ashura Priest, and he throws out a Night Assailant with no targets. Gives him his Dark he needs, which is fine, that's cool. I decide to set Solemn, set Wing Blast, and set Deco and pass. He draws into a Book of Moon. which is fine. He banishes the dark, banishes the light, and drops Chaos Sork on me, and banishes it. I say, okay, that's fine, because I'm waiting in case he has ring or something, I don't want to die. He tributes his Chaos Sork for Thunder Dragon, so I'm like, alright, this dude has no idea what he's doing, and then he swings into my deco, and I draw into a Chaos Orc. And then he sets Book of Moon and passes. I draw into a knock. I grab my Sinister back. I decide to run Tribe out and discard the Sinister and pop the Thunder Dragon. And then I just drop Chaos Sword because I'm just like, fuck it. What's he going to do? If he draws anything he draws, it doesn't matter. I'll have a counter to it. And I poke him for 3,900, putting him down to 3k. And I pass. He draws into the BLS, so okay, he's got the BLS. Woo! He drops the BLS on me, and he's like, I got this motherfucker now. I'm just gonna run right into his ass. And this bitch boy Salty is watching me. His mom's a whore. And I fire the Wing Blast to put it back on top because I have Solemn Judgment face down. And there's nothing this dude can do at all. Even if you would have banished one of them, it would not have mattered. So that goes back on top. And he's got the Book of Moon. I draw in the Spirit Reaper. I've been teching the Reaper. And I go right into battle phase and swing. He takes a 23. And then hits the 16. And he decides to book it. Because he's like, well, I could just kill him either way. But I got Solemn Judgment. So that is the game 1. On to game 2. Game 2, he opens Pot, Thunder Dragon, Knock, Heavy, Faith, and Blade Knight. He discards the Thunder Dragon. I've got Wing Blast, Thunder Dragon, Faith, Spy, and Knock. He fires Pot of Greed into Brain Control and Deco. And he sets his Faith. And sets his Knock. And passes. I draw into Chaos Orc. I decide to just knock right away. It's a Faith. This is a little different deck. I'm not running the 3 Faith. I think 2 is fine, so I'm sick of running 3. So I banish the 1 in deck. I discard the Thunder Dragon. Grab 2 more. And I set my Faith and set Wing Blast and pass. He draws into Night Assailant. So he decides to knock right away. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. And he sets a deco and passes. I draw into Solemn Judgment. I set the Solemn and set the Spy and pass. He draws into Graceful, must fucking be nice. I instantly Wing Blast to put the deco back on top. Figured it was a deco, so or a Night Assailant, so I might as well just put it back on top here. And he fires Graceful instead of Heavy in. So I just saw him Judgment it right away, just like fuck it. And he runs out Blade Knight and tries to attack, but it's a Spy. So I grab another Spy. And he passes. I draw into Pot of Greed, which is pretty nice. I draw into Jar of Greed and Wing Blast. So I tribute the Thunder Dragon, and I just swing into it here. I don't drop Chaos Orc yet. I set the Jar of Greed and set the Wing Blast and pass. Should have just set the Jar of Greed here. Definitely misplayed. So he fires the Heavy. I chain Jar of Greed to draw into Saku. He brain controls my Spy. Tributes it for Thunder Dragon and hits me for 16. Now I'm at 24. I draw into Duo here, which is not that great of a draw because he's got fucking Night Assailant, Thunder Dragon, and Deco. So I discard the Thunder Dragon, and he discards Deco. I drop the Chaos Sword and run right into him. Set Saku and pass. He draws in the Giant True Name, must be nice. He sets the Night Assailant. I draw into another Chaos Orc here. So I decide just to drop it and go for damage and say fuck it. I swing, it's a Night Assailant. He pops the Chaos Sword. Okay. He draws into a Deco. He sets the deco and passes. I draw into a Sengen. I run the Sengen out. I swing at the deco. He draws into Breaker. Must be fucking nice. And I swing with the Sengen for 1,000. And he draws into Snatch Steal. Must fucking be nice to be playing some garbage ass shit and get lucky as fuck at top deck Snatch Steal there. Like, cool. Awesome. You got me, bro. You played that shit great. There was no luck base at all in that game. Just like how Salty sacked the fuck out of me in the game 3. There was no luck involved at all. He didn't have the stones. Nah, not a chance. All skill. Anyways, game 3. I got Knock, Pot, Trap, Dust, Shoot, Graceful. Fucking, I got everything here. Graceful, Mind Control, Trap, Dust, Shoot, Deco, Knock, and BLS. And Solemn. So I set Deco, set Trap, Dust, Shoot, and set Solemn and pass. He draws into Scapegoat. So he's got Scapegoat, Book, Snatch, Mind Control, Graceful, and Air Knight. So I obviously have to pick the Air Knight. And it goes back. Playing some questionable cards here. In this dirt-ass Go Control deck, he fires the Graceful. I say, okay, that's cool. He draws Mind Control, Royal Decree, and Fate. He discards Scapegoat and discards Book of Moon. He fires the Mind Control. I decide just to Solemn here. It's like, fuck it, I might as well just Solemn it. He sets Royal Decree and sets Magician of Fate and passes. I draw on the Thunder Dragon, which is clutch as shit. I discard the Thunder Dragon. Grab myself 2 more. I flip the Deco. This is some lucky shit here, I can admit it. I fire the Graceful after I drew Chaos Sork. I draw Deco, Ring, and Wang Blast. Of course he has Royal Decree, like no fucking shit, Sherlock. And I discard both my Thunder Dragons. I Mind Control. And I grab his Faith again. I fucking flip it up. I grab his Faith. I grab the Pot of Greed. I draw into Spy and Snatch Steal. And I decide just to go into battle and hit him for 14. But he takes 17 because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I never swung with the Faith, but whatever, that's cool. He gets his Faith back. He in-phase decrees me. He draws into Ashura Priest. He's like, alright, I got his ass. I'm going to summon this Ashura Priest. Hits me for 300. And runs into a Spy, looking like it's not going good for him. And he switches his Faith to defense. Woo, he shouldn't have got rid of that Book of Moon. I draw into Torrential, go figure, a trap. But it is over, people. I drop the Deco, drop the BLS, switch everything, swing, 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 bada, bada, bada. G fucking G. Let's go. Woo. Got him. So I'll show the list off real quick, y'all. Anybody wants to see the new list that I put together? I brewed up this deck from scratch. I just got sick of playing the same way, so I've changed the build up. 2 Decos, 2 Spies, 2 Fate, Reaper, 1 Meta, 1 Book of Moon, double Jar of Greed. I was running triple Jar of Greed, triple Spy, and triple Fate with 2 Decos and no Reaper. So the side deck is pretty much all the same shit. 1 Tsukiyomi, extra just in case. Put this in against Warriors. Put this in against Panda Burn. Put this in against the Mirror Match. Put this in against Warriors. Put this in when you know you're going first. Put this in against Warriors. Put this in against Monster Gate. Put this in against Panda Burn. And put this in against the Mirror as well. That being said, though, y'all hit the like, hit the sub. OBS streaming. Have a good day or night. Peace out. Bye.